Welcome back to Star Center McKinney, Texas semifinal matchup. Wyoming Pronghorns facing off against the Texas Junior Brahmas. We're underway. Gage Winke in net. Mushlock, Curtis, Amborski, Hansen, and Henderson out there to start this game. Puck down in Brahmas territory. They control it back behind their own netmire. They'll feed it around the near boards with control. Back out to center. Onto the stick of Henderson. He'll go D to D, but pressured is Hansen. Has to regather. Able to feed one for Mushlock. He'll sidestep the defender, gain the zone onside. Mushlock fires a shot, right circle, goes wide left. Anderson, crossing pass for Friedman. Now Mushlock retreats over toward his own bench. He's beat to the puck, and Anderson has to grab it. Turns back around behind Winke. Anderson. Cross ice pass, but Mushlock was going for the change. Over the boards comes Lachlan Denton. Friedman tries to feed one to him. That pass broken up. Brahmas have showed up to play. There's a pass. Amborski finds Denton. Denton around one. Looking for somebody with him. Nobody joined the zone now. Line mates come in. Sanders supporting Denton there on the far wall. Puck goes deep. Sanders chases. Up off the high glass and around. Held halfway up the half wall. Now fired to the far corner. Here's Denton with control. Tries to center one, loses an edge. It'll be Hopkins. Chips it around the board, chases himself. Centers one, but that's going to miss everybody. Come all the way back to center as Ralston Friedman gathers just inside his own territory. Feeds one for Denton. And here's Denton along with Hopkins. Drops it over for Weston Sanders. Sends it all the way across. Almost gets through to Hopkins, but disrupted by the Brahmas. This one comes back for Henderson. He'll feed it up the wall. That finds the stick of Weston Sanders. Through center circle, finds a pass to Denton. Denton dumps, and he'll go for the change. All forwards go for the change. Mushlock, Curtis, Amborski back on the ice. Here's Gamble for the Brahmas. Into the zone. Picked up here by Hansen. Fires it off the wall. Amborski trying to push it out, but held in by Holland. Again, Holland sends it deep, batted back and forth. Puck goes back behind Winke. Fighting for this puck in the corner from his knees is Elijah Henderson, supported by Amborski. Amborski's going to come away with it. Feeds one toward Brock. Curtis looking for Mushlock. Just could not receive that pass cleanly. Comes up with it now. Amborski to Mushlock. Mushlock trying to work over to his forehand side. Here's Amborski. And it's an odd man rush here. Hustling back with a good back check. Hansen to get in the play to even the numbers. And it'll be Henderson circling back around behind Winke. Eli Henderson skating up into the play. Goes to the deep. Eli Henderson fires a shot that's wide and high. Denton squeezes up to hold this one in. And Pronghorns go for a change with puck deep into Brahma territory. Under 9 minutes to play here in the first period. Still no score. Hopkins intercepts it right in the slot, but doesn't get much on that shot. Uncharacteristic for him. Has a lot of power. There's another one lifted on goal and saved with no rebound. 8:44 remaining in the first period. Draw one back for Anderson. He'll spin, dump deeper. Sanders sends it to the middle for Hopkins. Hopkins trying to find it at his feet, but it's going to be Texas carrying it through center. Friedman dives. Come on, Peyton. Holland for Texas takes a slap shot that's directed to the far wall. Friedman heads over there.
Get up, buddy. Get up. Get up.
Friedman trying to chip it out. Has two Brahmas on him. Here's Hopkins. Hopkins feeds one for Denton. Gets around. Denton has one left to beat. Denton works to his forehand. Shot and score! Lachlan Denton opens the scoring here. Glove side goal. 1-0, Wyoming. Amborski wins this drawback for Hansen. Feeds one for Henderson. He never saw it. That allows Ryback to gather control. Fires a drive that's blocked by Henderson. Henderson feeds it around the near wall. Dumped in way offside. Amborski feeds it off the wall, too hot for Mushlock. It's punched back out to center. Onside as Mushlock just barely tags up. All the way out now to center. Holloway can't skate it past Henderson. Hopkins intercepts this pass, skates through center circle, now into the zone. Sends the puck through, tries to delay, get a shot again. Not much on it. Oh, Denton had the wide open net. Could not get the puck to settle on his stick. It's going to be fed all the way back to the blue line for Friedman. He'll lift a shot. Redirect is missed by Denton, and that goes back behind the net. Now fed around the near half wall. Anderson pushes it deep. Centering pass, Sanders tries to gather this one. Sanders carries it deep, now feeds it back. Another shot from Friedman at the point, hits traffic in front, and Holloway for Texas going to pick this up and carry it out. Never mind. Hopkins holds it up. Now pushed out the center. Anderson turns it back, and right back in comes Sanders. Oh, he's hooked at the blue line, no call. Puck is clear, back to center. Right here in front of us on the near wall, Holland dumps it in for Texas. That goes to the far corner, and Friedman is there. Friedman plays it along the boards. Holloway intercepts that clearing attempt, and Texas maintains control. Fed over to Holland, high slot, shot. Good save there by Gage Winke to fight that shot off. Here's a feed. Lachlan Denton has one to beat, scored last time. He's forced to the outside. Good defensive play. Centering pass goes back behind the net. That'll be just offside. Looked like he held it in the zone to me, but the whistle blows. 1-0 hockey game. Pronghorns remaining in control. Under 5 minutes to play here in the first period. Amborski goes skate to stick. Has it in the high slot. Feeds it over for Mushlock. Doesn't get much on that shot. Lots of traffic in front. Henderson can't hold it. And it's an odd man rush the other direction for Texas. Good crossing pass. They'll fire a shot. Winke gets it with the right pad. There's another shot. Wide. And that's fed around the glass. Curtis huddling here. Put deep. Henderson fires it off. Again, Curtis with control. Not able to get it out. Now punches it out.
Go, buddy.
Hansen take this one around behind Winke. Feeds it for Curtis. He'll tip it out. Mushlock in a puck race. And it's going to be offside.
Oh, yeah.
Denton here working on the far side. All the way back. Friedman takes a crack. That goes wide right. Offside. Hopkins tries to feed one for Sanders. That pass off the mark. Still into Texas territory. Hopkins going to get to this puck. As Denton in the bumper spot of the slot, looking for the puck to be fed his way, but it's pushed here to the near wall. Not able to keep it in as Anderson. He'll have to retreat after it all the way back into his own territory. No icing call. Here's Denton. Has two defenders. Pushing hard deep into the zone. Denton has Sanders in the slot. Sanders goes too deep.
Keep it easier. Come on, easy.
Wheel.
Here's Friedman. Lifts one for Denton. Has Hopkins. Feeds it to him. Hopkins can't settle that pass, and it's going to be a partial change as Mushlock and Amborski come over the boards. Now Hopkins goes off to complete the change. There's a shot wide left. Mushlock scoops this one up. Works to the far shot. Has one left to beat. Feeds it across for Curtis. Curtis in the slot. And Henderson lets that one get past him. Hansen for Mushlock. For Amborski. Held in by Mushlock. He'll send one toward the net. That's into the glove and held. Under a minute and a half to play in the period. D-to-D pass. Anderson fires from the high slot. A redirect attempt from Sanders. The right idea, but sent it wide. Here's a... Oh, and that drive from Brody Hopkins goes wide. Friedman with control. Makes the smart dump. Denton chasing. 1 minute remaining here in period number one. Hopkins fires a shot. Oh, and that goes off a glove and almost into the top corner. Draw back. Hopkins fires one. That's blocked out front. Hopkins shovels it backhand for Sanders. Oh, and it's a beautiful pass. Hopkins. Sanders. Denton. Back of the twine. Anderson, 37 seconds remaining in the period. This comes into the zone. Here's Hopkins. Hopkins centers one across. That gets through Finn Amborski. Mushlock having to hustle over to the boards. Pushed out by the Brahmas.
Assessment for Weston Sanders. Time to go 12-19 of the first.
Mushlock trying to push this out. Has 8 seconds. Needs to push. Finds Hopkins, but then goes offside. Only 2.5 seconds here. They'll drop the puck. And there will be the horn. After one period, Wyoming Pronghorns up on top in this one, 2-0. In control in this semifinal after one. Here we go, second period. They'll change ends. And Denton will take the draw. controlled by Texas. Push back into Wyoming territory. Now Weston Sanders kind of hooked from back, feeds it up for Denton. Denton crossing pass. That's blocked. Good defensive play. Denton feeds it right out in front again. Here's Hansen, lifts a shot, hits traffic right out front. Whoa, and they score. Sanders finds the rebound and buries it on the shot from Hansen. Sanders with the goal. Easton Hansen with the assist. 12:32 remaining in the second period. Draw pushed into Texas territory. Hustling after it's both Amborski and Mushlock. Mushlock will get it here on the boards. Plays it deep around the corner for Hopkins. Hopkins fires it off the back of the goaltender. Bank shot in. That's the second time he's done that this tournament. And Hopkins makes it 4-0. Draw one back by Mushlock. Fed off the boards. Hopkins. Now Amborski right in the middle. No gain the zone.
46 seconds in the second.
Hopkins scored that goal. It was Mushlock with the assist to round back behind. Mushlock will scoop this one up, gain the zone, sends it deep, and he'll turn and go for the change. Centering pass. Amborski buries it. And Finn Amborski finishes. All right, after the timeout taken by the Brahmas to settle the team, Wyoming wins that faceoff, gains the zone. Here come the Brahmas back the other direction, though. Here's Clark for Texas, taken down from behind by Friedman, no arm in the air. Friedman feeds it back to center, immediately pestered by Denton. Sanders blocks that pass, and into the zone comes the Pronghorns.
Be there, guys.
Only momentarily, though, as here's even numbers. The Brahmas back into Wyoming territory. A little bit of a back-and-forth game right now. Denton sidesteps. Sanders gains the zone, kicks the puck forward. Centering pass intercepted. Curtis gets the steal, feeds it out front. Sanders has it hop over his stick. Now Denton tries to fire one through, doesn't get traffic. There's going to be Sanders, and he'll beat the goaltender glove side. Wyoming, 6-0.
Come on.
Wyoming goal scoring number 10, Brock Curtis.
Curtis actually with the goal.
Lachlan Denton.
Denton with the assist. That's lifted up and out of play. Dumped in by Texas, controlled here by Hansen. Hansen will circle back around behind Winke. Feeds one, that's intercepted. Holloway fires a shot. Blocker save, Winke. And cleared back behind by Henderson. That's out of the zone. And Borski saw red. Couldn't chip that one forward. Mushlock has it at his feet. Mushlock picks this one up off the boards. Tries to skate through, leaves the puck behind. Puck there at that left hash. Now Texas able to free it out of the zone. Sends it the length of the ice. Hansen gathers here. Hansen skates right through two defenders. Feeds it up for Amborski. Now Sanders. That one will be held at the side of the net by the Brahmas netminder for the stoppage in play. Draw one back for Friedman. He'll send it around deep. Denton goes to work down low. Denton centering pass intercepted, pushed out of the zone. He'll be gathered here by Friedman. He'll chip it up for Curtis. Curtis crossing pass, it's offside, but they don't blow the whistle.
Come on, guys, let's keep it going.
2-on-1 chance here for Texas. Good defensive play from Friedman, allowing no shot. Denton had his stick tied up, couldn't get the clear. Here's a shot, steered aside by Friedman. He'll slap it around the boards. Gets onto the stick of Brock Curtis. His feed finds Weston Sanders. Sanders, drop pass, far side for Denton. He'll go to the corner. That one over to the stick of Anderson, right in front of his own bench. Has to delay to get onside. Now gains the zone. Anderson will lift a shot. That's wide right. Henderson. Oh, and here's going to be a break chance for the Brahmas. Good feed right in the center. And sliding to his left is Gage Winke to shut that down. Offside. Free puck on the draw to the far side's dumped in by Texas. It'll be Elijah Henderson from behind the net. Henderson feeds one for Hopkins, tries to chip it around. Now Mushlock.
Good to be there.
He avoids a collision.
Nice, Finn. Good job.
Amborski picks the pocket here. Feeds it for Mushlock. Mushlock will chip it in from center. Gets this one back. He lifts it. Unabated into the goaltender. Mushlock goes forehand. 5-hole score! Case Mushlock. And the Pronghorns go up 7-0. Mushlock wins this draw, carries it forward. Slapped out of the zone by Texas. Pushed around far side, just out of the reach of Hopkins. That shot finds it into the glove of Gage Winke, and he'll grab and hang on. Draw controlled by Texas. They try to feed one toward the middle. That's intercepted. And here's Anderson working on the far side. Gets it out to center. Gathers the puck over for Sanders. Trying to sidestep, but it's going to be an odd man rush. Having to pinch up its Friedman. Lots of space. There's a shot. Winke. No rebound. Anderson fires it off the wall, held in at the point by Texas. Working on that far side. That shot goes off the outside of the cage. Played by Sanders right across the front of his crease. Here's Denton, going to be first to this puck. Has Curtis flanking him. Flips it over for Brock Curtis. Into the zone. Curtis centers one. Bit hot for Denton. He's knocked to his keister. Weston Sanders working with one hand in the corner. Denton steps over to support. He's avoided. Now Hopkins trying to free the puck. Sanders dumps it deep. Sanders goes off for a change. Mushlock over the boards with Amborski.
Good hustle, Finn.
This one lift off the far wall. Held in. Coming up on 5 minutes to play here in the second period. Mushlock finds this one. Has one to beat. Feeds it toward the middle. Hopkins now back to Mushlock. Sends it over in the middle. Mushlock has it back. High slot. Mushlock centers it across. Backdoor. Oh, and that just goes wide. Mushlock again. Finds Amborski in the slot. Back to Mushlock. Tries to go backhand glove side, and the goalie shuts it down. Mushlock back with control again. Trying to make things happen from down low. He's checked into the boards, relieved of the puck, and here comes Texas. And there's going to be a penalty coming here against Wyoming. It'll be a hooking call, and yes, it is. 4:09 remaining here in the second period. We'll get our first power play of the game, and that'll be awarded to the Texas Brahmas. Penalty to kill here for the next minute and a half. Wyoming does win the draw. That'll be cleared, and it's touched, so no icing.
Good hustle, dude.
Denton backhand pass for Sanders. Now back to Friedman. Good puck rotation. Friedman fires one. That's deflected by a defender. Almost right into the 5-hole.
There you go.
That was Elijah Henderson in the box for that hooking call. Anderson feeds it up for Denton. Denton kind of skating in quicksand there for a moment. And that's turned over.
Oh,
Sanders overskates this puck. It'll be played by Winke, and he'll take no chances, just holding on. 3:09 remaining in the period. Mushlock wins this draw back, goes to the boards after it. One off the outside of the net. Brahmas in challenging Winke, but he's got it covered. Little tussle in front of the net from the Brahmas shoving Mushlock. He wisely steps away.
good job, Finn. Get on it now.
That one lifted in on Winke. Again, he'll cover. Another slap shot. Another save by Winke. Rebound this time. Has to fight off another one and then gets the cover. This last sequence with the power play has been the most offensive pressure put on all game by the Brahmas. And again, seeing that puck clearly is Gage Winke. Right into the glove. He'll hang on. Only 3 seconds remaining of the penalty to kill. Puck is controlled by Friedman out of the box. Mushlock comes onto the ice. Into the corner. Mushlock from that right circle and finds the top left corner. Case Mushlock, second goal of the game. Makes it 8-0. Henderson plays it off the boards, looking for the carom pass to Sanders. He's pestered now, gets a good feed over for Curtis. Curtis right through the middle and on side. Curtis looking for a pass, drop pass, just behind Denton. Makes it all the way back to Henderson. He'll fire a shot, hits a defender, trying to fight off a clear, but unsuccessfully. Here comes Texas, 3-on-1 chance for Texas. Shot, and that one does beat Winke. And Texas gets their first goal of the hockey game with 1:51 remaining in the second period. Denton, he's tripped. That's going to be an arm in the air, and Wyoming going to get their first power play. Wyoming power play. Mushlock takes the draw, wins it over for Hopkins. He gets a backhand shot, not a lot on it. That will be covered. And we'll get a draw back from the same circle here near side. Mushlock again wins the draw. Hopkins sends it toward the net, kind of bunched up. Mushlock pushes it. Hopkins feeds it over for Amborski. Backhand right in the middle. Hopkins fires a shot. There's a good save. Just around to the far wall. That one bounces over the stick of Henderson. Winning the puck race is going to be Texas. Shorthanded, fires a shot. Winke fights that one off, cleared out from in front, and back to center. Coming up on 1 minute to play. Mushlock on the forecheck, able to push this puck deep. Good effort from Mushlock. Off the boards, Anderson for Amborski. Into the zone. Amborski sends it deep. That line all goes off for a change. On comes Denton. Denton has time. Feeds and finds Sanders. Sanders one left to beat, but he's got the speed. Sanders goes forehand off the iron, and then the goaltender sitting on top of it. No goal. Pushed here into the near corner. Under 10 seconds to play here in the second period. Holding it in only momentarily. And there's not going to be time. That's going to be the buzzer. And after two, Wyoming Pronghorns up on top 8-1 here in this semifinal. Mushlock steps in over center for the final face-off, or the face-off of the final period, rather. We are underway. It's one. Mushlock into the zone onside. Feeds it across. Lots of traffic there. Here's Ryback into the zone. That's offside. They'll say onside. Not even close. This one fed off the boards. Biggs holds it in for Texas. Ryback centering pass. That's intercepted by Hansen. Hansen has room to skate it out. Dumps it deep. Mushlock here working on the near half wall down into the corner. Has two black jerseys all over him. Could use some support. Another offside not called. Here's Henderson. Played here by Easton Hansen. Circles around behind the net. Around one defender. Feeds a pass for Sanders. Good defensive stick. There's going to be a shot. That's wide left. Peeling it off the boards here is Denton. He's challenged. Denton does come away with it. Has Curtis. Feeds it over to him. Denton gets it right back. He's taken to the ice, and that's going to be a tripping call coming to number 47 for Texas. There's the whistle, and it's going to be another power play for Wyoming. Curtis with control here on that far side. We're in a run clock situation now. This is going to be an icing coming against Texas. Mushlock with the draw. It's one back for Anderson. He'll fire a shot that hits defender right out in front of the goaltender. Anderson now has it at center. Goes D to D across to Friedman. Friedman will dump.
Still playing, guys.
Amborski able to keep this one in. Mushlock peels it off. Friedman will dump this back in. Doesn't get a lot on it. Mushlock on the chase. Hansen into the zone. Easton Hansen fires a shot just wide right. Amborski off the wall. Plays it all the way back to the point himself, turns it deep, but nobody there from his team, and that allows an easy clear. Off the wall. Hopkins trying to get it into the zone, as well as Denton right there at the blue line, but it's Texas winning that battle. Clark will push it into the zone, and it's going to be a tripping call this time coming against Elijah Henderson. Brahmas power play now. Right across, there's a shot. Winke sees it all the way into the glove. And a beautiful glove from Gage Winke as he continues a gem of a hockey game. Denton wins this draw back. That's fed around the boards. Denton trying to get it out of the zone. Now with the help of Weston Sanders does get it. Into the zone. Good poke check there. Friedman gets it to Mushlock, now across to Curtis. Just a little bit of chaos there allows Holloway to turn it right back into Wyoming territory. Brahmas still on the power play. Oh, no, that just expired. Here's Mushlock. Has Amborski. Feeds it. Oh, Amborski just into the zone offside. Mushlock sends it for Curtis. Didn't have his stick on the ice there. It's all the way through. Mushlock now back behind the net to set something up back there. Brahmas get the outlet pass. One-on-one. Hansen hustling back to defend against Gamble, and it's a good poke check there from Easton Hansen. Solid on that back end. Five and a half minutes to play here in the hockey game. With the run clock will go by in the blink of an eye. Hansen feeds it for Denton. That's intercepted. Gamble gains the zone. There's a shot from the high slot, saved by Winke. Rebound drops right down in front of him. Cleared out of there. Now controlled by Weston Sanders. Sanders gets it toward Denton. Back in offside. Denton pushes this one forward. Sanders carries it deep into his own zone. And pressured there. It's going to be turned over. Now picked up by Anderson. He'll overskate the puck, and it's going to be, blank shot opportunity. Winke had to be alert. Played here by Hopkins, fed across. Denton into the zone, onside. Denton works far side. Cross for Hopkins. Shot. Good glove save. Execution. Great pass. Finding Brody Hopkins, and he beats the goaltender just inside that left post. And Hopkins going to add a late tally to this game as Wyoming goes up 9-1. Clark for Texas. There's a shot saved by the right pad of Gage Winke, fed around the far boards. Amborski trying to chip around the defender, does, but lost his momentum. Mushlock gets a steal here.
Good. Come on, George.
So now we stand. Great.
Here comes Amborski. He'll delay. Fires a shot. Redirected wide left. Two minutes left to play here in the hockey game as Anderson pushes it deep, feeds it across in the slot. Mushlock fires a shot, pad save, and covered. One back here for Ralston Friedman. Thinks about going D to D, but then hands on that shot. Minute and a half to play. Anderson gathers. Anderson for Denton. Denton rotates forward. That's offside by Sanders. Some missed offside calls. No foul, but it's going to be Hopkins again scoring. Top corner.
Last minute of play in the third period.
Last minute. Here's Hansen. He'll kick it around the boards for Denton. Now picked up by Sanders. Sanders tries to play it around. He's tripped up right in front of the Brahmas bench, having to hold off with Denton smartly, able to get the puck put in onside. Final 10 seconds of the hockey game.
There's like 13 seconds left. Whatever. Let's go.
And there is the horn. And that is a punch ticket to the championship game, 12:15 Central, right here at the Star Center, McKinney, Texas. We'll find out who we face after this next game conclusion. Team is focused and ready. We'll have the championship coverage for you. Until then, we'll see you.